sideline. That's a great call, too. Blake Baker, Bubba will put it up, throws over the middle. Touchdown. Great flag. That's a way.
Trying to center off with Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down, he scores!
Come from behind for a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get it. Wow. Edwards pulls off and buries the flag. Richardson tries, out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money. Daniels takes his shot for Derby.
What is up, my Pitchfork Lunch peeps? Happy Thirsty Thursday. Oh, we're going to quench some Sun Devil thirst today, as there is a lot going on in Sun Devil Nation, as you know. Yes, spring football is going. Softball had a doubleheader yesterday. They are rocking. Hello. Did I mention the Masters? You guys heard this little PGA tournament called the Masters? I don't know. Maybe you haven't. Yes, the Masters going on. And of course, just like on the women's side, the men's side is represented by Jose Luis Ballester. Yes, he is playing. Oh, and yeah, by the way, welcome to the Masters, young man. You get to play with the world number one in your first round ever at the Masters. Being the amateur champ, you get to play with the world number one, the 2024 amateur champ, as you guys know. Oh, and the world number 7, but we'll get to that. So there's phenomenal softball going on, everything. But as you guys know, yes, I am Michael Caratanudo at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter. As you guys know, Seats are live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Also on my wonderful IG at michael.caratanudo.5. Yes, I got to remind you every day. And also, don't forget, again, watch live on YouTube, guys. You can go to the YouTube channel and you can watch live, but also subscribe while you're there anyway, because I'm guessing, again, busy schedules. It is a bummer to me, but you may have missed a few shows. So go to YouTube, subscribe, right? Go to YouTube and subscribe. You see my name, Michael Caratanudo, but it's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005 at MVC005 on YouTube. And subscribe, guys, because again, There are a lot of con reviews you have missed with coaches, players, insiders, analysts, alum. Everything is there, and there's always more to come. So again, last week had great conversation with Charlie Turner Thorne. The week before, we caught up with Petra Party, the women's lacrosse water polo head coach, alum and water polo head coach. We caught up with her, and defensive coordinator Brian Ward. Spring ball is rolling on right now. So yes, you have missed it, but go to YouTube, subscribe, or watch live, but subscribe, go back and check out season 1. You can binge watch as much as you want. I mean, look, before season 3 starts, you can keep watching season 2, binge watch season 1, and then whatever of season 2 you've missed. And then by the time season 3 starts, man, you're going to know all the storylines, and we'll add to them when we have more guests on. So at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005, at MVC005 on YouTube. And subscribe. Also, you guys know you can listen to Pitchfork Lunch every day, Monday through Friday, on the greatest internet radio station on the web, the Casual Sports Radio Network. Guys, it's simple. Those of you watching, if your friends are stuck at work, they're stuck at a desk, they got to eat lunch at the desk, whatever, just tell them to go to www.ksrnaz.com. Like you see scrolling across the bottom, the page will open up. Click listen live, hit play. Bam. Pitchfork Lunch Monday through Friday. Sun Devil content, a part of the Casual Sports Radio Network family. Casual E hooked us up, and we are very happy to be there. And again, you can stream it through your Bluetooth, so you can listen in your car. You're going to drive, meet your friends for lunch. And again, I want you to watch, as you know, but please do not watch and drive. My friendly reminder to all of you out there, because you're Sun Devils, you're smarter than that. We all know that. So don't watch and drive. Pay attention to the road, but that's why you have the Casual Sports Radio Network. Again, go to www.ksrnaz.com, click listen live, and then you'll hit play, and then bam, there it is, Sun Devil content. And again, also, when you are there, subscribe to the KSRN socials, my friends, because you want to keep up with the Suns, which, of course, I think are now eliminated from the playoffs, even though both Dallas and Phoenix lost last night. But the Suns, the Cardinals, the Diamondbacks, the Mercury, Casual E has you hooked up. So again, subscribe to their socials, listen to Pitchfork Lunch, hang out, everybody wins, everybody's happy. Absolutely awesome, right? So again, www.ksrnaz.com, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1, click listen live, hit play, bam, forks up, there is Pitchfork Lunch. So shout out to Casual E. But yes, like I said, my friends, we do have a lot going on. As softball, again, had the doubleheader yesterday against UTEP, and they were dominating. I was on air. I was talking about it. They were dominating the first game, as you guys remember. They won 6-0. No, 8-0. Sorry, in 6 innings. See, I knew there was a 6 in there somewhere. Then they got to 6 at some point. But yeah, so they won 8-0 in 6 innings. And real quick, of course, and we'll get to it in a little bit because I got sound for you guys. We're going to hear from Coach Dillingham. We're going to hear from Clayton Smith. And we're going to hear from Miles Rouser today, defensive day at practice. But so yesterday in game 1, Kenzie Brown, of course, the complete game because it only went 6 innings. 6 innings, scattered 3 hits through that. No runs, obviously no earned runs, 12 Ks. She is over 200 for the season and leads the Big 12 in strikeouts. Guys, absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal as I head into Utah this weekend. Tough conference matchup against the Utes on the road in Salt Lake City. But again, check this out. In that 6 innings, she only threw 76 pitches, so kept it low. Absolutely awesome. So yeah, that is what she did. Another 12 strikeouts. And by the way, Tiare Ho Ching got her first career triple. The freshman, I mean, not of her softball career, her Sun Devil career. So Tiare, not taking anything away what you did before. But yeah, she got her first triple. Yaya Acuna had a triple yesterday. I mean, you look at Tiare Ho Ching, 1 for 3 yesterday, 3 runs scored, also had a walk. Yaya Acuna up in this 2-hole, 3 for 4 yesterday, 2 RBIs, 1 run scored, just crushing it. Ashley Mejia was 0 for 1, but drew 2 walks. Kelsey Hall, 1 for 3 yesterday, 1 RBI, 1 run scored. Aiden Allen was 1 for 2, had 3 RBI. She hit a dinger. She had the dinger in the first inning. Yesterday. So again, just a huge, solid performance. Tanya Wendell was 0 for 1 with a walk. And a run scored though. But yeah, I mean, this is a team that, scored the runs early. Yes, they did. They got 5 in the first, and they did score 2 in the top of the 6th to effectively end it, because if you're up 8 after 5, obviously UTEP had a bat in the bottom of the 6th because they were the home team. But Kenzie Brown, again, 15 and 4. Guys, like I said, if you have not been out there to Farrington when this team's here, you're missing out. You're completely missing out. So we'll get into more of that in a little bit. Also, also, like I said, Ballister is at the Masters for the Sun Devils. Again, absolutely awesome. And let's see where he is at. Justin Rose, by the way, is 6 under. And he is through 10 today. So 6 under through 10. That is a hot start for Justin Rose. Scotty Scheffler, who Ballister was playing with, he is at 4 under through 17, which means Ballister is on 17. And I am trying to see where he is at as of John Rahm's at +1, by the way, guys, former Sun Devil, as we know. Another Spaniard, as is Sergio Garcia, is at +1. I'm trying to see where he's at, because so right now, Ballister, not bad for his first ever round at the Masters. He is at +4, or he's at +4, yeah. Through 17. So he bogeyed his first hole, and then he went par. He went bogeyed 1, par 2, bogeyed 3, par 4, triple bogeyed 5. But check this out, because I was watching, guys. This is awesome. Turned around, hit a hell of an approach shot on 6, and or a tee shot on 6, and birdied the par 3. Then he went par on 7, 8, and 9. So after the triple bogey, he went birdie, and then parred 7, 8, 9, and 10. Had a bogey on 11, but then turned around after the bogey and birdied 12, another par 3, gets a 2, and then he has shot par 13, 14, 15, and 16, and now 17. It looks like he shot par there too. So, man, I mean, this young man on the back 9 is even par right now. Again, the triple bogey hurt, but you got one back when you birdied. So, yeah, hell of a round. Again, the Sun Devil is again representing well. So yes, absolutely though. And guys, I mean, look, you're with the world number 1, and I think the world number 7, because he's playing with Justin Rose and and Scotty Scheffler. Sorry, I thought I said Scotty Scheffler. Scotty Scheffler. Oh, not Justin Rose. Justin Rose has a lead party. Justin Thomas, the other Justin. There's a lot of them. But yeah, I mean, just representing well, man. Forks up to this young man. I mean, guys, even if you don't play golf, a lot have watched the Masters, right? We have all watched the Masters, and it's insane what this young man is doing. So far, even par on the back 9, and yeah, I mean, 4 over for your first round in Augusta. I mean, add another 4 to that, and that's what I'd be, probably through the front 9. That was for my friend Matt. So Matt will appreciate that. No, I don't think I'd be 44 over, but I'd want the easiest pin placements too. I don't want this downhill stuff. Although Scheffler he sank a 45-foot putt for birdie, and I was just like, you got to be kidding me. But hence the world number 1. So yeah, he's 2 under right now. Like I said. But yeah, I mean, Ballister, I mean, tied for 81st, guys. And I mean, an amateur, and let's see, yeah, he's Justin Hastings from New Zealand, I want to say Hastings. He is, I think, the highest scoring amateur right now. Yeah, he's tied for 43rd. He's at +1. And then we have the other amateur. Oh, by the way, Phil Mickelson, former Sun Devil, which this tournament is just sprinkled with beautifully. Phil Mickelson is at +3 right now. But yeah, Hastings is tied for 43rd, as are a lot, at 1 over. And then you have Evan Beck, who's 3 over. Evan Beck is 3 over, and then Ballister is 4 over. So yeah, the third best of the amateurs, and so far. But yeah, through 17, see if he can maybe take, drop down to 3 under, where Dustin Johnson is at, Angel Cabrera is at, Phil Mickelson is at. So again, this is phenomenal. So stoked for Coach Thurman, who's out there with him. He said he would be, although my men's golf team getting set for the their invitational out at Papago, where the women dominated. So yeah, I mean, just such an awesome atmosphere. Still a bucket list for me to get to. I know I said this last year at the Masters as well. But yes, still a bucket list event for me to get to. So yeah, because the women's masters, we know obviously Patience Rhodes was there. Beth Coulter, who shot a 72, but then shot a 77 in round 2 and just missed the cut. Rhodes also missed the cut, 76, 72, but she shot a 76 and then dropped 4 shots, just missed the cut. But again, play some solid golf, and again, get out to Augusta and get that experience. Yes, of course you want to make the cut. Yes, of course we want to see them win. But come on, I mean, at the amateur level, that is absolutely phenomenal, my friends, because yeah, absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, I mean, it's like I said, you get that experience, absolutely awesome, love it. And Ballister getting that, so I'll let you know what he does on 18. But hey, baseball, they're getting set for a big series against Cincinnati. I said men's golf has it going on. Water polo, by the way, real quick, got to give you updates on that because they have had 2 games, and I know I mentioned one. Against Cal, and they also had a newcomer of the week award winner in another. I mean, what the Spaniards just crushing it. Yeah, they lost 18-14 to number 5 Berkeley, and then this Saturday they are at USC, number 1 USC. Cal was number 5, and they were right there. But Itzar Almeida, the Spaniard who I talked about with Coach Party, she had 6 goals. Yeah, she scored 6 goals, 6 of the 14. And I mean, Cal was up 6-4 after 1. They were up 12-7 at halftime. The Devils closed the gap, though. They scored 6 in the 3rd. So it was 13. It was 15-13 Cal at that point, made a run. But then Cal, both teams, again, locked the defense up, probably took more time on possession. Well, Cal took more time on possession, but Cal outscored them 3-1. So 18-14, but man, I mean, going toe to toe again. ASU was number 14, Cal was number 5, going toe to toe with them. And Coach said, I mean, they play their game and they can go. We've seen it firsthand. So yes, they have USC though this Saturday. And it's on overnight. It's over NGHT is the what you can see it on, but I'll remind you again on Friday. Pat's Run, obviously, also Saturday, guys. Been reminding you of it. So yes, I mean 17-7 for the Devils team, 1-4 in conference, a little tough. But 9-3 at home, 0-3 away, 8-1 neutral sites. So home and neutral, very, very good. But it is tough to win. And again, this schedule we talked about with Coach, just phenomenal, insanely phenomenal schedule. So, but hey, we're going to subside when we get back. Let your friends know that I already know. We're going to hear from Coach Dillingham who spoke the other day after practice, but I did not get that to you. But it's obviously very relevant to what's going on in the spring. I will tell you about what happened, a little bit about what happened in spring practice today too as well. And we'll hear from Clayton Smith, the returning defensive end. Stud defensive end, and can play a little offense if need be too. We'll get to that. And Miles Rouser, the safety playing next to Xavier Alford last year, and obviously him and X and Ghost Rouser and Shamari. And you have Keith Abney and Javen Robinson, and but we will hear from them. So we were going to step aside, hear from them, also keep you up to date on Masters, and talk a little more softball as well too. So we'll get to all of that. But yes, don't go too far. More coming up here on Pitchfork Lunch.
KSRN has an inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
Are you good? For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean Conn.
Bird Gang, I know it's another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending the message out to the world.
Always relaying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org.
Got a big painting project you've been putting off because you don't think you can afford it? Well, it's time to call the team at Customer First Solutions. Customer First is your one-stop shop for all home repairs, from full interior and exterior painting to handyman services, drywall repair, electrical, and plumbing. Customer First has the most competitive prices in the Valley. Your flat rate quote is based on the square footage of your home, and that includes wall repair. All Customer First technicians are licensed, bonded, and fully background checked for your assurance. Call or text Customer First Solutions at 480-877-0255 for your free quote. Customer First Solutions, where our customers and their homes are our first priority.
You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona.
Yes, for those listening on the Casual Sports Radio Network on KSR, and you are listening to the greatest internet radio station on the web. I am Michael Caratino at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter. See Pitchfork launch there live every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1, along with my IG, michael.caratino.5, the YouTube channel, which, again, you need to watch live there and subscribe so you can go back and get all caught up. And don't forget, like I said, YouTube is at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube. And also, yes, the Casual Sports Radio Network, www.ksrnaz.com. So, yes, let's do hear from Coach Dillingham. Like I said, spring, man, it has been, and you'll hear it. I mean, he mentions it and stuff here. He's asked about it, but just the constant just battles and feistiness and energy, from the offense and defense battling, and one side of the ball really not taking full advantage. And yes, sometimes it gets feisty, and brothers are going to, be feisty, push each other around, this and that, and have it out. But it's been absolutely, it's amping up. And yes, nobody's resting on last year's laurels. And God, we have not had to hear we are the champions again. Thank him. It's sunk. Coach said it sunk in. So he's happy with how it's sunk in, and it wants this effort from his team. So plus the recruiting class is crushing it. Aiming to get Chris Cartman on, probably be after spring ball. Yes, after spring ball, get to talk to Chris. And the recruiting, and there's, again, big recruits that, have committed. I've shared. You've seen it on the good old X and stuff. So anyway, but without further ado, let's hear from Coach Dillingham about obviously spring practice up to this point, as this was after practice 7, but 8th practice today, as we're on the now downhill slide of the spring practices.
Like you had hoped to accomplish where you at?
Yeah, I think our vets are doing a nice job. I really do. I think they're practicing hard. Competitiveness is there. Same thing I said after the scrimmage. I want to see some of these young guys have some dog, man. Like, I want to see people step up and be like, that dude's a dog. If that dude's next to me on the field for a 4th down, the game on the line, I trust him. We don't have enough of those guys yet. And they're young, so I get it. Like, Rome wasn't built today. But it's still like, it's the mindset of them. I want to see somebody with the mindset of I belong, not I'm waiting my turn.
Transfer portal era makes it even more incumbent upon those guys to show their potential when they're really young.
Yeah, and there's some transfer portal guys that we brought in. Those are vets to me that have done that, that have that dog in them. It's more like our freshmen, sophomore, like our freshmen, redshirt freshmen, the young guys. Those are the guys who have so many returners. They can get comfortable in their role of, I'm behind blank. And that's probably not going to change. But you can't get comfortable. Like, you still have to, when we take some of those guys off the field, that's your squad now. You got to be able to show that you can lead the group of men, that you have that your guys will rally behind if you happen to be in the game. And we're going to have to count on some of those guys.
Speaking of dogs, how about Clayton? What kind of leadership does he bring?
I mean, his growth in the last 3 years here is incredible. The way he runs to the ball now, his size being 245 pounds as opposed to 220-something when he showed up, his work habits, talk about a guy who's completely changed, in my opinion, the trajectory of his life. I think his life is going to be completely different, the Clayton now, as opposed to the Clayton, 2.5 years ago when he showed up here. And that's what excites me, not just football. Because I think football, he's going to excel and he's going to have a chance at the next level. But his life, I think, is going to be drastically impacted by who he is today.
Coach, it seems like media presence is only increasing. How do you keep the guys locked in and focused?
Yeah, I mean, they're so used to it, and it's good. They're used to, the noise of that, and they're going to have that the rest of their life. That's the new day and age. So my biggest thing is we're not going to hide from it. We're not going to hide from the new normal. We're going to embrace the new normal. So I think they're used to that. But like I said, I think there's got to be something in you that internally you just want to be your best every day. All the external motivation is great, and we create a ton of external motivation in our program, whether it's one-on-ones in front of everybody, whether it's me in the team meeting room, calling you out, whatever that is. But the internal motivation to know, were you your very best today? That's a different type of motivation. And not everybody can find that. But the more people that can find it, the better you're going to be. So the external motivation is great, but the internal motivation is where I hope some of these young guys can find throughout this journey.
What kind of development have you seen on the O-line so far this spring?
Yeah, obviously, when we go live, we take out, we're missing 3 starters from last year when we go live. So that group is kind of newer, whereas we have a lot of depth back at defensive line. So today was the first day where, when we took out, a couple of those high rep guys on offense and defense, where the offense just kicked the ever-living crap out of the defense. Now the negative was in 6 reps, 6 series, 4 offensive touchdowns, 2 turnovers. No team wins. We don't win on either side of the ball. There doesn't win. If we turn it over 4 times, we're not winning many games. If we give up 4 out of 6 touchdowns, we're not winning many games. So too many explosive plays on both sides of the ball in a negative light.
What about how Sean is progressing and then Jametto's learning the system?
Yeah, Jametto's obviously learning the system, big, long, physical. He's picking it up. It's a process. He's come from more of pass set, more line of scrimmage type teams, which is great. They're very successful systems. And we're just a little bit different with how we do that. So he's adjusting to that. And then Sean, I think, is returning to the Sean that, we saw for his true freshman year. I think he's returning to that stage. Obviously last year was injured, banged up, so he never really got back. I think he's definitely trending in the right direction.
And then development, when you talk about like the guys that came in last year for spring ball that graduated early, how have you seen on both like guys on offense, defense that did it, but just their growth with this install this spring?
Yeah, I mean, we throw a lot at them. We're not going to slow down for a true freshman that shows up. So they're definitely going to be playing probably slower than they actually are. And we're all aware of that if you're thinking, you're not playing fast. So they're thinking, so they're not playing as fast as they could. But you saw Corey have a big play today on a slot post. I mean, you've seen a few guys. I mean, Mackay is a guy who continues to show up for me as a guy who could help us this year. And not many times does a true freshman help you on, on football teams that come off good years with lots of returners. So I'm not going to call this football team a good football team because we haven't played anybody. So we just have a lot of returners off a team that had success. But it's very hard to play on teams like that. And I think he's got a chance.
Would you say you're using any new tactics or new models to keep these guys locked in and ready to go? Especially
no, I mean, at this point, people have moved on. Like, it's not even a thought anymore, in my opinion. So we're so beyond that. It's about this football team. Everybody's focused on the right now. Everybody's focused on getting better. And like I told our seniors, or everybody in the team meeting today, it's your responsibility as a senior, as a junior, as an upperclassman to set the standard for these young guys. You do not want to come back here in 6 years. Come back with all your teammates for 10 years and then celebrate last year's success and go watch a football team that sucks. Go watch a football team that doesn't play hard. Go watch a football team that doesn't compete. Go watch a football team that isn't physical. And that's everybody's responsibility. It's everybody's responsibility that if you want not just the present to be good, but also the future to be good, it's those upperclassmen's responsibility to keep that standard and not allow it to drop. And if we continue to do that, we'll maximize this coming year and we'll maximize the year's future. And it could be fun.
Through 7 practices, which position group has impressed you the most with the level of competition?
Defensive line. Our D-line is super, super competitive right now. I think Clayton and Prince and Watt and CJ, obviously, a lot of these guys are playing at the best level they've played at since they've been here. That's why we take them out for the live periods, is we already know what they can do. And I think we know they're going to be naturally better this year because of the strength and the work ethic and the mindset that they've had.
Cool. The line room, it hasn't dropped much since last year, and if it did drop, we definitely raised it. I feel like we're pushing past it now, and we just got to stay consistent and stack days.
So you guys brought back a lot of the same guys as last season. Obviously that has been part of just your being as a good team, What would you say is helps you the most have that connection with the guys?
I think vulnerability. I feel like we're all a family, and when we say we're a family, we're actually a family. Like, we have those tough conversations. We tell people what they don't want to hear to help them get better. You know what I'm saying? It's actual family culture, and I feel like when you're open and honest with those people and you work out and you grind with them every single day, it only helps y'all grow closer and closer.
That's all I have.
Clayton, obviously, I mean, coaches talked about, maybe last year the defense dominated for longer, the offense had stretches, but this year, the more back and forth. I mean, when you guys go group, how do you feel that, I mean, it's gotten a little feisty, obviously, as a little between brothers. It's gotten a little feisty, but just how do you feel that the defense overall has grown, just battling your guys' offense?
Not even just the defense, the team. Like, I feel like it's more fun when we can compete. You know what I'm saying? We're going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of new guys, so we don't know, you know what I'm saying, what everybody can do. And for example. But, you know, we don't know what everybody can do. So, you know what I'm saying, to have those new guys come out here and compete at the same level as us and the way we've been doing, upholding the standard, is amazing. That's how you make a great team.
And last year, I know, I mean, coming in the spring, even fall in the season, you know, the linebacker group, you guys knew what you had in the room was talented, and it seemed like every week, well, from the first touchdown of the season, they were answering questions. How do you feel that group, a lot of them obviously coming back a second year in Coach Ward's defense, how do you feel that group has just kind of uplifted the defense?
I feel like, and them being the leaders of the defense, I definitely feel like they've embraced their role, and they've gotten better. Last year there was times where, you know what I'm saying, they might have not been 100% of what we were doing. This year is not a drop-off, and they're making sure that we are staying on our assignments as well. Those guys, shout out to those guys, man. Those guys that work hard, they came a long way, and they're very consistent, and that's what we need on our defense.
And then obviously Coach Reynolds last year, you know, his first year, but now you guys got used to him, whole spring, whole season. I know I even asked you this last year, but how do you feel that he's helped with his experience just kind of up your guys' game?
I feel like that he's definitely the best coach I think I've ever had in college. And as a room, I feel like everybody in the room will say the same thing. I mean, he just brings so much knowledge to the game, and he does it in a way, you know what I'm saying, he critiques you, but it doesn't piss you off, it doesn't aggravate you. He's not yelling, he doesn't raise his voice, he doesn't cuss, but what he knows and what he's telling you and the way he goes about it helps everybody improve their game.
All right, so the lighter one, I mean, have you been working with Canyon in the pre-spring, and you guys going to work in the summer? Because, I mean, the fake punt last year, you got your reception. You've been working with Canyon like, hey, man, we can tighten this up a little bit.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm trying, you know what I'm saying, switch it. I want to go to the offense or something. You know what I'm saying? The fake was cool. I hope it was enough to keep the door there and to show y'all what I can do on offense. But I want to, if possible, I want to go both ways.
You know, I did ask Coach Mons, because he talks about obviously seeing your high school tape, but he did say, you know, it might not be a bad thing, but you're too talented at what you're doing and helping the team. So, I mean, do you feel like it might take a little more to get on that offensive side of the ball?
Nah, I feel like I got it. I feel like you can't, you know what I'm saying? I got ball skills. I feel like I got ball skills. I know how to time the ball up. I know how to run routes. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, you can't coach being 6'4" and being able to play the jump ball. So, I mean, hey, I feel like I got it.
That's awesome. All right, so Miles, obviously as the spring goes on, and you know it's Arizona, this is spring weather, it gets warmer, it gets more feisty between the offense and the defense when you guys are going live. But how do you feel that overall, I mean, when you compare it to last spring, that the offense, I mean, the battles you guys are having now has helped you guys grow as a defense?
Honestly, it's just really with all the people coming back, you know, last year we was new, so we didn't really know. We were still learning as we was going, but this year is like we learned it now, so now we are focusing on fundamentals more than the scheme.
And, you know, and I've talked to, obviously, Coach Ward, and he said, you know, guys, you can tell them what to do and they can see it, but when they get the why. So now, obviously, you're in your second year with Coach Ward, and obviously Coach Carrington, what they want to do in the defense. How much, and I always hate to use the word easier because I know it's not easy, but how much easier do you guys think you make it on Coach calling the defense because of, like you said, your communication, your experience with each other?
I feel like we make it easier because, like you said, like we all know the why now. We all been here for a year, so now that we know the why, he can, you know, just call something that might not be the best play, but we can make it work.
And you and X obviously playing next to each other last year. I mean, I even go back to the Texas State game, because I didn't get to ask you this last year. I just thought about it now, but when he got that interception, I mean, he came. I'm watching on TV. I'm like, where's that ball going? And he came out of nowhere. Now, I know he's talented. You're not disrespecting his skills, but were you even surprised he got to that ball?
No, yeah, I was most definitely surprised, but you know, he back there and that's his job, so I know he can do his job.
What's the I guess the funnest part about playing next to X? You guys playing off each other?
We communicate so well, like we don't even got to know the play, and we can talk and know exactly what we got going on the field, because how we prepare off the field, like me and him, we watch film together. We do pretty much everything together because we right next to each other on the field.
And obviously Shamari last year, a big key to the defense. And I was teasing Montana last week saying, you got that number 7. I'm sure Shamari said, and I go and Ghost and X will tell you, you better come with some big hits. Don't overextend, but you got to deliver some big hits. Have you guys talked to Montana about that?
Yeah, Montana kind of knows he got to, step into some shoes. So I'm pretty sure he gonna have it down pat.
And then when you guys working against obviously the receivers, 7-on-7 in this group, I know obviously Coach Ward is big on them, blocking too, being physical. But how do you feel that so far the receivers how do you feel you guys have challenged them so far?
We're going to come hard-nosed physical every time. So if they coming to crack it, they coming to block us, we're going to give them 100% effort, and that's what we expect from them too.
And then I ask everybody, I've been asking, obviously Clayton last year caught a pass on the fake punt, Blazin in the bowl game. Mm-hmm. Are you putting the honey in Coach Ragel's ear? Like, Coach, they're athletes too, they're good, but put me out there, give me the ball.
Nah, I kind of stayed away from that, but yeah, I most definitely need to get in his ear this year.
And then the linebackers, last thing I want to ask about that, because last year coming in, obviously you came in, but kind of coming into the fall, you guys knew what you had. Coach knew what you had, was talent there, but it was kind of the question of the team. From obviously the first touchdown of the season, they answered that question, but every week they had to answer it. How do you feel that group and the guys that came back this year being stronger, how do you feel that they uplift the defense?
I feel like they uplifted us really just by being ready. Like, them guys rotate a lot, and a couple people went down. It was like pass interference. Not pass interference, targeting calls on people. So like people just had to step up in unexpected moments, and that's what they did.
Awesome. And I'm not him. There's Miles Ghost Rouser to wrap that up. Yeah, look, you heard Coach Dillingham say, and that's why I asked him, I think, saying, they're going to put installs in, but you can just tell. And that's why, I've said to Coach Ward, yes, I know it's not easy. And hey, if you got a better way to ask it, believe me, I am all for educational. So easy's not the word probably, but I was gonna say, yeah, so it's not easy, but at the same time, like, it's the comfort, it's what they can do, and playing next to each other, reps and reps and reps, and getting the why. And for Coach Ward said it last year, and I kind of didn't skip over it, but like it's the why of the defense, and you get into that because yes, athletically you can say, okay, you need to do this, you're reading this, but then when you get into the why, it's like, oh, and that's where obviously the communication between Ghost and X comes in, and just with the secondary, like I said, the defense, and like I said, it's exciting. They got a little feisty today at practice in one of the team drills, a little feisty, but the O and D line, but still, and D line talking about it, and like you said, Coach Reynolds will, again, he might inflect his voice a little bit, like Clayton was saying. Well, Clayton was saying he doesn't yell, but it's, man, again, just the knowledge, and just, when you think of technique, and always hear everything's won in the trenches, right? Well, Clayton explained to you why there. And again, like Coach said, on Tuesday, 6'4", and like he said, you can't coach 6'4" in that. So who knows? Maybe in a game, maybe by the end of the season, he talks Coach Mons, Coach Arroyo, Coach Dillingham, obviously first and foremost into it. Maybe he gets a package out there. We shall see. Also, for those of you, CJ Fight, we've had him on the show, been a great friend of Pitchfork Lunch. And obviously Coach Dillingham mentioned him. We're guys, the hashtag Tank to Tempe. So when I put something up, if you see it, hashtag Tank to Tempe, spread it around, man. We got to get Tank here, at least to Tempe, maybe for FanFest. We'll see. Who knows? But we need Tank up at Camp T. We do, because he will make his Pitchfork Lunch debut, which will be absolutely phenomenal. We will work on that. But but look, to wrap it up, this defense, the secondary, you guys know how big I've been on the depth. And yes, you're like, oh, I get messages. Oh, yes, Mr. Defense. We know. Tell us more about the offense. Believe me, I am Sam Levitt the other day. What did he say? And a lot of you guys saw it, some didn't, but he said the best defense they might play against all year is the defense they practice against, because he knows the work they're doing. And yes, other defenses are doing the work, and we will see how it goes. But last year, ASU's defense was the only defense that had a pick six, a fumble recovery for a touchdown, a special teams touchdown as well, block punt, and a special teams touchdown. I mean, the pitchfork was right in the middle of the circle. I'm going to find it. I'm going to bring it up for you guys, because I know I did last year, so I'll see if I still have it. But yes, absolutely phenomenal what they did last year. Coach Ward, again, gets that extension, the growth, everything. So, and speaking of growth, by the way, the Masters, I did not forget Mr. Jose Luis Ballester, our phenomenal Forks Up Sun Devil, finished the back nine guys at even par. He's 4 over for the day. He, like I said, okay, so real quick, just a quick recap. He bogeyed 1, par 2, bogeyed 3, par 4, triple bogeyed 5, right? So you're like, wow, you're 5 over. What does he do on 6? Birdie, back to 4 over. And then 7, 8, and 9, par, makes the turn, pars 10, bogeys 11, but turns around and gets that shot right back, pars 12, and then 13 through 18. This young man, his first Masters, pars out at 4. So again, tied for 80th, but you look at, there's Nick Dunlap had a tough day. He pretty much bogeyed every hole. He is plus 18. He had not one birdie, and that's, I mean, again, it's the Masters. So you guys, Pitchfork Lunchers, if I'm talking about that school down south, I might be sarcastic. I'm just saying, man, he bogeyed 1, 3, and 4. He triple bogeyed 5, as did Ballester. But then he parred 6, 7, and 8, bogeyed 9, made the turn, par 10, triple or double bogeyed 11 and 12, bogeyed 13 and 14, parred 15, double bogeyed 16, bogeyed 17, and double bogeyed 18. So, I mean, look, the positive, he got a third of his holes were pars. So build off that. But yeah, plus 18 first round. But yeah, I mean, plus 4. And he's plus 4. Is Ballester, as is his fellow Spaniard, Jose Maria Olazabal. Yeah, so just wanted to get you guys that. Softball tomorrow starts at Utah. Pat's run Saturday. We'll get to that more tomorrow. I will share my Pat Tillman story. A lot of you know it, some of you don't, but I still love sharing it because, again, lives on, and just such a phenomenal event. The Tillman Foundation, obviously with ASU, with starting the Tillman Foundation and everything. So yes, that is absolutely awesome. So that is Saturday as well. Softball, Utah, baseball, Cincinnati, water polo is at USC this weekend. So yes, we will get to all of that. Talk about that tomorrow, but have a phenomenal rest of your Thirsty Thursday. Hope I quench some thirst, obviously, with the men's golf and the softball and spring football, and it's all going on. So have a phenomenal rest of your Thirsty Thursday. I will see you manana, same bad time, same bad channel. And yes, you guys know it. Hashtag our state, thanks to reigning Big 12 champs women's volleyball as they wrapped up their spring play, by the way, against GCU. Got a win against the Lopes. But yes, hashtag our state. And as always, go Devils. But yes, as always, Forks Up.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
The 27-yard line. That's a great call. Blake Baker, Bubba will put it up, throws over the middle. Touchdown. Great flag.
That's a way. Trying to center off with Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down, he scored.
Come from behind for a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia
Edwards pulls up and buries the flag. Richardson tries, not for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money.
Daniels takes his shot for goal.